Oh, okay, there we go. Alright. Coming to you with the earth signs. This is ourselves starting out with Taurus. My bad. Did this nigga cut my TV off? This is earth sign Taurus. We got strength on the bottom of the deck. Strength. We got strength. And 5 of Cups over here too. It's reversed on my other deck too. So, I don't know. Maybe trying to recover. Get some sense of willpower, regaining, trying to bounce back. Emotional. Let me see. I'm putting it there. Going through a sense of loss, recuperating from a loss. Grieving you, parts of you, old relationship, past love and situations. Moving forward into, I don't know. Could just be finally finding the interest to put in things that it is that you like. Showing the true you. Vulnerability. Ooh, that's weird. Let me tell y'all something. I drunk some liquor trice tea. Is it liquor trice? Liquor trice tea. Let me tell you something. It warmed my body up this morning. So I'm kind of on one, and I'm like very energized, and I don't know why. You know, so I feel like I can run a marathon right now. I don't know if that's y'all energy or it's probably mine. So let me just say that. And I don't think I can make it that far in a marathon. You hear me say I'm a little husky. I ain't gonna say it's just a little thing going on. But I'm a little husky. Pull this up like that. Whew, pull my good up. I want you to see my goodness. My goodness. My good. Alright, okay. Let's see what's going on. Taurus. Alright. Oh, you got luck is on your side. Oh, I said it might be y'all energy. I feel like I can get up and run a damn marathon. I don't know why. Oh, full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. I said that though. This is like some bounce back energy. Bounce back. Bounce back. Whoa. I said this got something to do with you. Bounce back. Bounce back. Whoa. Yep, I said that with that Leo energy. Yes, yes. You got your commitment is being tested. And don't let your pride get in the way. Ooh, let me get one more. That's why I said that Leo energy. Oh, all right. Girl, if I see this one more time, it say it's time to take action. Well, that could be good, though, for earth signs, though, because y'all can be, like, a wee bit stubborn. So, let's see what it's talking about. That's good, though. Mutable. I like that, though. Mutable, fix. It's 2 mutables, fix, and a cardinal. So it may be accessing different parts of you and enlightening certain different sense of personality. So you hear me say the Sagittarius, the fire energy doing things. The fire, like doing things. And then you got you're good enough in the Virgo energy where you hear me say being the mother of the zodiac. You hear me say putting everybody else before you. Could be doing that. Then you got first quarter moon. You hear me say as the moon starts to set in a phase or whatever the case may be, seeing almost but not getting it, and then it's don't let pride get in your way, which is full moon in Leo. That's the stubborn, the arrogancy, the knowing that's being stuck. And it's time to take action, which is new moon in Aries, about doing new things. Okay. Shit. Okay, we're gonna go. I think it's time for me to stop the show. Alright. And see what new moon is. I ain't even get a good shuffle yet. Luck is on your side. Oh, okay. Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Jesus Christ. In my Taurus reading, not when I do them like this. I don't know if you got some Queen of Wands job. I mean, some Queen of Swords job where people rely on you to speak some sort of honesty or for a sense of enlightenment, or as a person, like you hear me say, I seen this where somebody view you as a child or a sense of an adolescent when it comes to a sense of wisdom. I don't know, but it's kind of like somebody relies on you a little bit too much. I be seeing it. Or you rely on somebody else. I don't know what it is or something, but it's kind of like somebody like, hello, like they always coming around. That's why I say it's Page of Swords, High Priestess, and the Hierophant. And I say this dead. Because you got the Page of Swords, the High Priestess reverse, and the Hierophant. And so this got something to do with like either speaking engagements or shit. If speaking engagements is either marriage, you hear me say the balancing, figuring out who does what, gender roles, that type of thing. Who had this? This was Aquarius or somebody messing with Aquarius. I don't know. But you hear me say this just gives me speaking, learning, educational. You hear me say being honest and truthful, learning a sense of tact. That's what it kind of gives me though, like tact, honesty, or whatever the case may be. That's why I said luck is on your side. But it's the ability to be able to learn. If it's you learning or seeking something, whatever the case may be, but it still give me like somebody rely on you or you rely on it. Because you got the Knight of Pentacles and the Hermit here. Like this is that impatiency, lower vibrational energies. Not wanting to try new things and like try new things that could work for you. This is probably why this queen, I don't know who it is you probably talking to. That's why I said luck is on your side. You probably could be able to break through with this individual somewhere or something when it comes to certain things, especially speaking is maybe how you may be going about it. Could be kids, you hear me say parenting kids, or dealing with people who are younger than you, an air sign or a water sign or whatever the case may be. Whether they're trying to receive some sense of honesty or truth, whether it's you, but it's how you're communicating and going about it, because you got the Knight of Pentacles and the Hermit here, like being in a sense of reclusive type energy where you just like, no, I'm good. No, that's that stubborn energy that you hear me say, like, being very impatient when it comes to certain things. And it just kind of gives me like, is immaturity within you or another person? That's why I say it's like, luck is on your side, but it does seem like you're trying to break through some sense of message, or some message is trying to come to you about your idea. So that's why I said, depending on the message that you hear me say, I wouldn't shoot them in this time of need. But take everything with a grain of salt. That's all I gotta say. Take everything with a grain of salt. Everything shouldn't make you feel, because of being an earth sign in most cases or whatever, that what I'm trying to say, shit, my leg itching. Pause. Everything you hear me say when it comes into a sign of information, you don't have to take it inward to be in the Hermit type energy where you kind of like, okay, well, you here to learn new things, and that's where it puts you in this, now I don't want to hear this aggressive type energy, Page of Swords. Like, you don't have to take everything inward. Like, sometimes it's just, all right, okay, you know, and even if it's not okay, it's just accepting that it's their point of view, but then just worry if it's unwarranted or not. Okay, like, just check that out. But it is giving me like somebody doing too much, or you doing too much, or somebody else. It really does. Okay, so you are good enough in the full moon in Virgo. That's why I said it gives me like some bounce back energy. Bounce back. Bounce back. Whoa. It does though. Oh, King of Wands. Impulse. Rough. There go that earth sign energy y'all be hearing me talk about. Them, like, that shit be fun to see, I'm telling you. When earth signs get mad, they just start just being hypercritical for no reason. Y'all always gonna hear me say this. Like, they always gonna have something fucked up to say. Look at that Knight of Swords, just reckless, don't care. The Knight of Wands, you hear me say, when it comes to actions. This is the Seven of Swords, and here. That's what I said. This is here, though. That's why I said it's kind of like maybe someone is communicating with you, or you're trying to communicate with them. But it does give me like a reliant sense of issue. But when it comes to you establishing your sense of worth, or maybe doing other things to others, it's about you feeling whole again. And maybe that's where this communicating, not caring what you say, supreme God-like complex, because it could be young, or you operating with somebody young at a younger age. You hear me say, because it's very hard talking to younger people. I do not know that. It is though, because I'm telling you, depending on the environmental factors that you was raised around. But I like it though. Ain't no Pentacles came out, so that's kind of good. But this what kind of gets me though. Depending on if you talk to somebody young, or you, or when it comes to actions of trying to communicate, bringing into a wholeness with self. That's what kind of gets me, though. It's kind of like maybe somebody trying to talk to you, you trying to talk to them. If this camera roll one more goddamn time, maybe you're trying to talk to them, or they're trying to talk to you, and it's kind of like, man, I don't want to hear this shit. Like, that's what it kind of gives me, though. That's why you got the Devil reversed, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. It could be a mom, or it could be a person. You hear me say when it comes to certain things, antics all over the place, like Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. That's just kind of like trampling over each other. There's no sense of division when you hear me say utilizing masculine and feminine energy, or in the home dynamic, or between self. That's why I say it's kind of like you're trying to draw back certain pieces to you. But the Queen of Pentacles is here, so it's kind of like focus is elsewhere. That's what I say. It just gives me all over the place. Your commitment is being tested. Let's see. First quarter moon. Necessarily, if it's not you, it could be the people around you. Or shit, it could be the people around you. If I drop one more motherfucking card and we ain't even 11 minutes in a goddamn video, it could be the people around you, or situations, or yeah, that's what it could be. People around you, situations, or you know, there you go. They're gonna Taurus energy, 4 of Pentacles, holding on to certain things. Girl. Ow. Here we go. You got, let me see, start from the bottom now in here. Stop. You got 9 of Pentacles reversed, the Lovers, Page of Wands, and the 8 of Swords. Yes, that's what it is. You hear me say, like, being so focused in the need of, like, you could be financially driven, or just self-driven, or just trying to fix certain pieces of you. Or it could be you just being a loner and trying to not lose certain parts of you to certain commitments or relationship. Like, that's what it is. Like, when you see people go through challenges in relationships, especially problems, or experience certain problems, people be so busy on thinking that if they adjust, especially using mutable signs, which is Gemini, Virgo, Libra, and Pisces, that they be feeling like they gonna lose pieces of them. But it actually frees yourself from a sense of restriction, or just the emotional or mental stronghold that you put yourself in here. Because you say this all the time, y'all can be some apathetic little creatures. So, yes. So you got 2 of Swords, King of Swords, 7 of Cups, and the 4. This is about options and not knowing what to do in most cases, especially when it comes to emotional matters or matters of the heart. This is where that 4 of Pentacles come in, where you hear me say, like, Google it, like, most suffrage of that when it comes to each zodiac sign, like, y'all majority issues come within, like, upper heart, respiratory issues, or whatever the case may be, because of resentment, hatred, all those different things, grudges, inability to be able to move. What else? That's it, though. That's why I say it's kind of like options coming in, like picking what you need to choose for is emotional fulfillment. That's why you got the 4 of Swords above you, or whatever the case may be. Like, this is like letting things go. You may be putting things out on, you may be putting things out there, kind of like, okay, well, this is what it is, but it's still one tucked away. Like, that's what it kind of gives me like a releasing type energy, especially where you hear me say letting go of old things. But if you don't want to let it go, that's how you end up being stuck in that sense of energy of, okay, I got to do this, that earth energy. Alright, don't let your pride get in the way. Full moon in Leo, especially if it's matters of the love, or people who you love, or situations or matters of the heart, or being in certain things, you have to learn how to say, is my ego worth more than, like, not my ego or my pride or me being me worth more than the connection? Because when the Queen of Pentacles out, this kind of like, I don't care. Like, this is where this energy where it could be male or female, you don't care what it is that you want or need, and you're going to get it without the lack of remorse of anybody else. Like, this is like heavy on the I don't care. Like, heavy on the this my way or the highway. So let's see. Girl, they putting that shit in my goddamn window. I be so tired of this bald headed ass nigga trying to summon shit. Girl, this is, when I say I'm gonna send his ass right back to God. 9 of Swords reverse. Yes, Queen. Yes. You got 2 of Wands. You hear me say this is a decision making process where you hear me say you don't know, you're kind of uncertain. I could see that with the Hermit being in a reverse. That is where you hear me say, especially with Sagittarius being the healer of the zodiac, so you kind of don't know at this moment what is it that you need to fix. Like, look at that, you kind of looking at it like it's either up or down or left by right, or you may look at it as a loss when it comes to certain situations. That's why I say it's kind of undecided here. Maybe in the midst of conflicts because you got 5 of Wands and the Temperance. This is like losing patience, working on a sense of a gauge. Like learning, like, do I need to go to 10 always? Does the first thing come to my mind need to be spoken like that with different people? Like, that may be that though. Like, who you may be recuperating. I mean, who you may be trying to recuperate with. God damn. 5 of Pentacles, you got the Fool reverse and the Chariot type energy. This is the recuperating period. This is the Fool and this is the Chariot. That's why I said it's kind of like here. It's like pride or ego is putting you in a situation to where it's like keep recurring certain events, like keep happening, or you're dealing with this because it's like you don't want to budge from you. And it kind of gets me, I'm telling you, like, if you could just believe in the idea of someone else. That's what it kind of gives me. Like, if you believe in the idea of someone else or their needs, it kind of feels like you're going to forget about you. Wow. Okay, new moon in Aries. It is time to take action. Okay. Time to take girl. I'm so sick of it, y'all. I'm telling y'all, next time y'all see me doing sprees, I'm gonna have my candles like I used to back in the day, where it used to be lit up, so we can remove it. Bad energy. Knight of Cups. It's that troublemaker spirit. This that I'm telling you, like, out of all the zodiac signs, this is like Taurus energy, where you hear me say y'all love language be sexual and financial in most cases, where y'all be trying to love on somebody and then buy them something. It's like, like, nigga, no, stop that. I'm telling you, that's what it is. It's like, nigga, no, stop. Like, that's what it kind of gives me. You guys, time to take action. You hear me say this could be matters of the heart or situations for you. You hear me say thinking about other people. Aquarius is the humanitarian energy, thinking of others, where you hear me say, and then too, what you're taking from your pond and the instance of pouring this. Like, is the intention to water the grass or the intention just to be spiteful? Like, that's something you got to learn to work on, I think. Then you got 7 of Pentacles reversed, the Scorpio energy reversed, the Empress, and the Tower. It could be, you hear me say, matters of the heart or situations with you, your own individuality, your person, sharing your light with others. Just being charismatic from a genuine place. The 7 of Pentacles is reversed. You hear me say the Scorpio energy, the Empress, and the Tower type moment. So it's kind of like with you being healed or being restored in a sense of, or being wholeness or being kind and loving. You may not be giving all those aspects of you because you got the 4 of Pentacles reversed on the bottom of the deck. So you may not be giving those because you're limiting yourself back or holding on to certain expectations from the nouns. Whether that be people, places, or things, where you've been, where you go, how you interact with them, like all those things. That's what kind of gets me, like, avoiding. Then you got 9 of Wands, the World, the 3 of Swords, and the 10 of Cups. Yeah, this is being like guarded and closed off, especially here. You hear me say this is the 3 of Swords, like this is heartbreak, like that is betrayal, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in a sense of love. It could be, you hear me say, past experience, like the nouns. You hear me say Page of Cups, the inability to be able to get be happy about anything. That is where it is. I ain't gonna say bitterness because that's a strong word, but that's the word that's coming to my mind. Like, people think bitter is just because you around here knocking people cups over and shit like that. No, it could be just a little venomous type energy. Venomous energy here, especially when it comes to overall peace. Because you got the 9 of Wands, that's like, shit, over time, like, I'm gonna fight for what's mine. And that's why I say you got 6 of Cups and the King of Pentacles over here. So, Yeah. Yeah. Ungrounded. Not stable. And it doesn't have to be stable in financial aspects, but it could be stable within you, like who you are. And especially if it comes to a lover or a situation in a relationship, like look at that, the Queen and King of Pentacles are both on the same things. So it could be your lover or a person that you're dating or situation, or people, somebody who's mirroring you that you have a lot of love for. It's kind of like, yeah, well, you may be doing a lot of things to get attention, they may be doing a lot of things to get attention, and not understanding what is the issue. Because it's like being rooted in the sense of figuring out what's their foundation. Because you got Knight of Cups over here, King of Cups, and the Moon. Like, you may be trying to communicate with somebody, and every time the conversation goes, it kind of goes sour. This is where the apathism, where you hear me say, y'all be having. And you hear me say, this is where the Page of Pentacles, when it comes to communicating, like, not thinking things clearly, that, like, common sense, and the Knight of Cups. Like, those type of things. That's what kind of gets me, though. It just gives me boundaries, respect. Understand. I don't know why it gives me that. Understand. Either you talk to somebody young, or communicating with somebody young. You either a teacher or something in an instance, or you working with somebody in a position of authority, and this is the root. Like the Knight of Cups. This is what it gives me. Like the Knight of Cups, Page, King of Cups, Page. That's why I say it just gives me this. It's like a blockage. It's like it just gives me that damned if I do, damned if I don't type of energy. It really does, though. Because Knight of Cups, you hear me say, even though it could be a sexual card, that I say this could be y'all's, it gives me more of where, what's the word I'm looking for? I can see clearly. It's nothing. Damn it, this just automatically just went in my head. But it gives me, my bad, y'all. It gives me what you hear me say when it comes to this Knight of Cups energy. This could be trouble. It could be trouble in paradise, or trouble in the love, or how you communicate, or connecting to someone that you love, or that just insight, emotional insight. So not knowing what to do. That's what it kind of gives me, though, like teeter-tottering both sides. Alright, so we're going to do a recap. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. This is the healer of the zodiac. This is you taking that time to shoot that arrow back, to strive for what it is that you need. Anything that is pulling you backwards is trying to take you forward, trying to ascend. I don't know why I'm saying that, but yeah, like taking you to higher grounds within you. Now I say you got the Queen of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Page of Swords, the High Priestess, the Knight of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and here. You hear me say, don't turn inward when somebody's trying to give you a sense of advice. I don't know who you rely on in this time of need, but if it's something that you don't like here, you have to learn to say, hey, this is this person's opinion. This is how they feel. I don't have to go into the point to where I could be stubborn and don't want to listen, become impatient, and just cuss them the fuck out, Like, it's just that. So you got, you're good enough, which is Virgo energy, the full moon. You hear me say releasing all the things that told you probably wasn't, with this Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Swords, Eight of Wands, the Devil, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. This is it. You hear me say focus, being money driven, the ego, the arrogancy, the godlike complex, needing to do things by yourself alone, not knowing how to work with others. You hear me say finding out what's you, pulling back those fragmented pieces from others. That's what it kind of gets me. Healing. Shit. Your commitment is being tested. This is the first quarter moon where you hear me say this energy within itself is, you may not see all of it, but it's coming into, like, it's kind of like, I ain't gonna say that's the glass half empty, but it kind of give me this. So I just want to say that, though. And releasing, because you got Nine of Pentacles, the Lovers, Page of Wands, freeing yourself from emotional shackles, Eight of Swords, the Two of Swords, King of Swords, Seven of Cups, and the Four of Swords. You would say freeing yourself from emotional shackles, letting things go all the way, like not being in a position to always be ready to fight. It could be intellectually or just the emotional or mental battles. That's what it kind of gets me, though. Figuring out what it is that you need for you in this time, where you may be putting your time and interest, or you hear me say this, though. Like, look at this, though. I'm telling you, this is big earth sign energy. How in most cases, like, this is every earth sign, but majority in Like, look at that. That is the head. It could be you or lovers or self or situation. This is the things that it's being hidden. You hear me say hidden. Those things. You hear me say the snake, which is the serpent, a sense of wisdom. You hear me say this is the home. This is the jewelries, the wreath. Like all those things you hear me say that spend majority of your time that are outward instead of inward, trying to feed and appease the sense of the ego. Alright, so you got don't let pride get in the way. That is full moon in Leo. This is also about releasing old tensions in situations, whether it's communicating or talking to someone. Two of Wands, making effective decisions. You hear me say this is the five of Wands, the Temperance, the Five of Pentacles, the Fool in reverse, and the Chariot. You hear me say knowing how to say, okay, this may not work for me, but it may work for somebody else. And trying to find a sense of peace. You hear me say recuperating, coming back. You hear me say the gauge. Learning, where you hear me say what's that word? What the fuck is that word? Jesus Christ. You heard what I said the first time around. It's just a recap. But god damn. Like not you hear me say this is recapping, not trying to argue with someone or argue in a sense to win or defeat, especially if it's matters of the heart or family or situations or a loved one. This is like not trying to be winning in those aspects. Sometimes it could be a defeating battle where you hear me say like trying to always win. Because if you focus on winning in a sense of an argument or difference in opinions with different people, you still isolate them within your life. The Hermit reverse, like you're still isolating them. So yeah, you know, you can control who comes in and who not. It is time to take action. This is the new moon in Aries. So that's like newness, new things, doing, getting out of that stagnant and my shit over there. Stagnant in those sense of lower vibrational energies. Okay, you got the Star, the Death, the Empress, and the Tower type moment. You hear me say this is here, like avoiding your sense of inner peace, sharing your life with others, that total transformation, working on you to feel whole in a sense of to not going from a sense of the explosive type behaviors. You hear me saying it doesn't necessarily have to be always like a tower type moment with something in. It could be the combustion within self that you may be limiting you. You hear me say when it comes to being grounded and whole. Because you got 9 of Wands, the World reverse, 3 of Swords, 10 of Cups, 6 of Cups, and King of Pentacles. I'm telling y'all, this is the weirdest shit. Like, it's not weird like that, but I'm telling you, I grew up with 2 Taurus parents. This is the weirdest shit. How y'all will stay stuck in some situation, hold on to the sense of unhappiness, and still feel obligated like you gotta go there. I will not. I will fucking not. I'm telling you, my flighty Scorpio ass will dip. I will dip. That's why it's like, I don't know if it's just the emotions. Sometimes it works against me. In the past, it worked for me. But I'm telling you, hell no, I will fucking dip. I'm not giving you that. But I'm just saying, like, could be me dipping on my own emotion. I'm like, all right, my shit, chill out. You doing too much. But that's this, though. Could be doing that with self, though. And like I said, it's situations, it's people, it's someone that rely on you, they're relying on it. Could be job, it could be careers, it could be that. It kind of gives me like time to relax, retreat, and focus on you. So if you don't remember shit, luck is on your side. This is the new moon in Sagittarius. This is what you're trying to bring in, the arrow of things in the past that you were trying to pull in to get you to go higher. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo, all the whole pieces of you, not just how Virgos do within the balance of the ego, trying to say, well, I do this for others, I do this, I do this. No, all the parts of you that you don't like or not comfortable with. Your commitment is being tested, whether it's a relationship. You hear me say quarantine has been getting on all our fucking nerves, whether it's a job, whether it's career, whether it's girl, whether it's a job. Jesus Christ. Girl, no, it's gonna do it again. Whether it's a job, whether it's a career, whether it's a job, whether it is a career. I know what I'm gonna do, y'all. Wait a minute, I got it. Hold on. I want to kill y'all. See that? Whether it's a job or a career. It's saying like it's halfway full. And then it's all about what do you see? Because that's a lot though in this time and age. Everybody's different perspective of certain things. Like just understand everybody ain't gonna have your sense of viewpoint or whatever the case may be. Will always get you in those times. Don't let your pride get in the way. This is that Leo energy. Don't let your pride get in the way. This is that Leo sense of energy. You hear me say learning to lose that and drop that and learn how to coexist with the pack. This is new moon in Aries that you hear me say it is time to take action. Figure out what it is that you're trying to draw in this moment. What is it that needs to be done? And say, hey, I'm going to be a leader. Even if nobody wants to, what you hear me say for is you healing yourself and pushing yourself in the best position. Sometimes you don't have to always coexist with the pack on certain things, especially mentally wise. All right? The energy is gaining momentum, and a personal issue reaches a solution. So it's all about if you want to fix it or not, or how long you're going to keep dragging something out. Okay? So other than that, I'm going to upload this, and I will be back with Virgos.